Claire Brown says volunteering is in her blood.
I've always volunteered. Do you feel that you're achieving something and that you're helping somebody else to be more successful in life? It's just part of my life to volunteer.
Having a passion for helping others, Brown has been a member of Saskatoon's Grandmothers for Grandmothers for almost 10 years. The local organization is aimed at raising money and awareness for grandmothers in Africa looking after children whose parents have died from AIDS.
There's elderly women who would be expected to be looked after by their children at the age they are, and now they are alone looking after sometimes as many as 15 grandchildren.
And that's why the 150 members of G4G Saskatoon work all year long in partnership with the Stephen Lewis Foundation to find ways to help fund existing projects in sub-Saharan Africa.
The projects are already started, and the African people who know what they need, then they apply to the Stephen Lewis Foundation for funding. The two circles and the cross joining, so that's the Canadian grandmothers and the African grandmothers together, and the blue is the ocean between us. We've seen a real change in that 10 years. Some of the grandmothers were in houses where they had to go outside if it rained because they could shelter under the trees better than they could shelter in their house. And the Stephen Lewis Foundation has made it possible for small houses to be built for them. One project was where they got a sack of rice and then they'd sell it in the market by the cup, and then they'd be able to buy the next sack of rice themselves. So it isn't a matter of giving all the time, it's a matter of helping the grandmothers to be able to do things for themselves.
After Saskatoon established one of the first G4G organizations in the country, the cause quickly gained momentum, and now there are over 250 groups across Canada with a total of $48 million raised.
They just want enough to get their grandchildren so they're fed and housed and educated. They know that education is the way out of poverty, and in South Africa it was like something like 6 months average salary to send a kid to high school.
Brown says although the organization deals with serious global issues, the work they do is just plain fun.
I've met so many fabulous women, I've made so many good friends. The purpose is serious, but the actual activities are just great fun.
The organization also offers educational programming for schools to help children understand how fortunate they are to live in Canada.
The African grandmothers are just amazed that the Canadian grandmothers care enough to help them. It's not that we don't care about people at home, but different organizations do different things. And our organization happens to help the grandmothers in Africa. That's what we choose to do.
To learn more about Grandmothers for Grandmothers, visit g4gsaskatoon.ca. For Go Saskatoon, I'm Janella Hamilton.